Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do a get ready with me video, and I'm using the L'Oreal Nude Palette 2. So I'm going to get right into it. I'm using this peanut butter color that I have in here just for my transition shade, just because I'm more comfortable using this one. I'm using my 360 Beauty 360 blending brush. I already used a primer and then like a base color. It was the Creme Brulee from Wet n Wild. It's actually all done. As you can see, it's all done. I hit pan. So that's done. I'm just going to switch this one around. You can see the color. And I already have primer on my face, so I'm going to try to pause with one eye at a time to make it easier and make a shorter video. So I like to make the kind of like the U shape with this one, because I like to use this as a transition, because I'm not that comfortable using this palette yet. So I haven't really played with it like that to be like comfortable with it. So I'm just going to blend this and buff it. So let's see how this goes. My son is Saturday morning cartoons or Disney. Want to open it? Open. Okay. Look at. Take the cards out. He has like Angry Birds cards. I already have, like I said, my primer. I already kind of started. So now I'm just gonna buff this out. Like I said, it's Saturday morning. My son's like just chilling right now. So and he dropped all the cards. So I'm gonna finish blending this, and I'm gonna come right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm picking up cards. Give me more cards. Give me more. Okay, thank you. Put it here. Alright, so I blended everything in, and I'm going to try to use this light color right here. It's like a pink. And I'm going to use the e.l.f. Sea Brush. It's not broken. I say it's not broken. I'm just going to put this across the lid, just trying to lighten that up. I don't know how, I've never had luck with this palette. Like, I never like how the looks come out. It always looks kind of like dark and gloomy. But let's see. See what I mean? It's always not that. So I'm just going to do it to the other eye. Same thing. See how that looks. See? I just never find it to be light enough. I'm going to go to the lightest color and see if I can get it to lighten up. Right, this one here, that first one. Let me see. Okay, I like it a little better. I don't swatch this because when I swatch this particular palette, it swatches so different than how it looks on my eye. So don't always go by the swatches. I know, like, I like to watch swatch videos, but they're not always the most helpful. They're really not, because sometimes like you get the swatches and then on your complexion it's different, and they swatch totally different than what the color actually looks. And then there are some of the times the colors actually look the same and not bad. So I'm just going to go under my eyebrow here just to lighten that area up. Just because some of the transition shade did go up there. Blend it in. Okay, so then I'm gonna take my Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush, which is this big brush. It's nice for blending. I'm not sure if I want to use this shade. It's a pretty cool shade, and I want to play with that. And then I'm using this one as a dark shade. So I'm going to just swatch it on my hand. Let's see. Remember, like I said, these don't always swatch the way you want them to. Just gonna kind of tap it in to the area. Did I not mention that? Yeah, I should have mentioned that. Not bad, not bad. But if you look at the color, it's not even that dark. It's this one right here. It's not even that dark, but when you swatch it, it's a totally different color. So I'm just gonna tap it in. That's why I'm not like moving it around. This is like a new technique that I've been doing a lot lately, is tapping the product on. It's helping to control some of the fallout. You can see I have a little bit, but it's helping me. Let's see how this. You want to watch Wakas? Wakas? Watch Wakas? I know you don't like Girl Meets World. He's asking for Wakas, so I'll be back. Alright, so now I've blended and buffed out the color. And now I'm going to take this e.l.f. It says contour brush. So I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to use the darkest shade right here. My son has his little radio on. He's making beats. So again, I'm going to do the tapping motion. I'm just doing kind of like a little, so I'm going to blend it so it's all going to move around. So I'm just kind of tapping it right here. Kind of like an L, but not so much. Just kind of get in the corner. Really trying to avoid the fallout with this one. Alright, so then it's in, and I'm going to start to buff it out with this. Just going to push it out. Alright. And then, because I still feel like the inside is not light enough like I would like it, I'm going to use some of my primer. Use my Mary Kay primer. I'm just going to use a little drop, put it on my eye. Oh, come on, is there any in here? Alright. I'm just going to put it on the lid, and then I'm just going to end up tapping the lighter shade on. So I'll be back. So I applied the primer, and then I put the lighter shade on top. So you see that it just blended right in. So I'm going to go back to this color right here. Use my Beauty 360 brush and get right into it again. And that's just to kind of lighten up color and buff everything in. Alright. Then I'm taking my paparazzi blending brush. It has no eyeshadow. I'm just using it to buff. And then I'm just going to do this and buff it out. What? Okay. Yeah? Where did you put the TV? Isaiah, where is it? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just clean everything up. I'm going to use a little bit of concealer to start and start cleaning up the area around my eyes because I feel like there's a little bit too much. So putting the palette down, go to my NYX. I think I'm going to use this middle shade here. Just have a mirror here. Use my finger because it seems like it's a little thicker. I think it's gonna be what's gonna help keep my eyes light because I'm gonna put on my True Match. No, not using True Match. I'm gonna use my Maybelline Better Skin. It actually works better with my finger, which I'm kind of surprised. But not really because it actually... Oh my god. Alright. And then am I going to use the brush? I think I'm going to use the e.l.f. blending brush. So I'm just going to blend this. Actually, no, I can use this concealer. So I'm going to use my concealer brush first. I'll use the blending brush to do,
If you're here, does that mean Robbie's trying to supervise 20 campers by himself?
Yeah, but he'll be fine. He's got them doing puzzles and tying knots, and later he's going to show them how to reduce scratches.
He's a goner.
Alright, just see how it's like dark right there?
Oh, you're just no use, Mrs. Gibson. You must say
That
that
up at the end
Frankenstein's a very
because it
good
was dark.
knot. Curse my boring and effective teaching methods.
Alright,
Robbie, I'm here to end this.
so now I'm going to use my Better Skin. It's in shade, what is it? Warm Honey 90. So I'm just going to do a couple of bumps in the back of my hand. And I'm going to do one side of my face to show you guys how I do it. And then I will, so basically I just tap everywhere. And then I start rubbing around in circular motions.
Yes, Mrs. Kipling, I know you have razor-sharp teeth, but this is hardly the time for bragging. Jeez. Please, the humans are trying to think. She can be such a butt inside.
I love how this blends right in.
Oh no! Hey,
I
his
see.
face!
Yes, you should chew through these ropes.
I have to
My
kind of
bad.
hurry up because it's time to start paying attention to my little guy. Time is ticking.
And now, I'm going to start my opponent.
What's a caca, Isaiah? I hope he didn't go to the bathroom. I hope he's talking about the TV. Alright, so I'm going to come back. I'm going to finish my face and I'll be back. Alright, so I started to bake. I am using a combination. I think I threw out the container. It's the NYX loose mineral powder. I also have mixed with it. It was, I think, shade medium, light medium. And I also have the Mary Kay translucent powder in it and the e.l.f. yellow HD powder. I made it all into one because the yellow was too bright and like neon yellow for me, and it just stood out way too much. I couldn't buff it out. The white always gives me like a white cast no matter how much I buff. It just doesn't go with my yellow skin tone. And then with that mineral one, it was just way too light of a shade, but it did have a nice yellow undertone, so I decided to mix everything and I came up with this nice color, which is like the perfect banana color for me. It's literally the perfect color. So I don't know if you can see it through the jar. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is like the perfect color on the brush. It's like perfect. So I have it. I can't stand how it goes up like that. So I'm just gonna bake. I'm gonna go get something for my son because he's like hovering right here and he wants me to do something. So I'm gonna go let this bake and I'm gonna be right back. Alright, and then we'll take it off and we'll finish off the look. Alright guys, so now I'm gonna use my Mary Kay mineral in beige 0.5, I believe. Can't put it upside down because I have the powder already loosed up. So I'm going to just put a little bit on the brush. And I'm just using, it's the Mary Kay cheek brush. It's just like a buffy brush. So I like to use it to use this. To do it like this. Alright guys, had a major interruption. I had to make my son something to eat. So this is kind of the finished look right here. I'm just gonna blend a little bit more because you know blending is important, and I just want to make sure that I can blend without him pumping me. Got like a little light spot. Just want to blend this color in.
When the counselor went back into the cabin, all he found were 5 empty beds and a body taken like a claw. Wait a minute. That's not a claw, it's a banana. Oh, then I must have put the claw in my cereal this morning. That's gonna stink coming out. I'm being devoured.
Sorry, did I scare you guys?
Of course not. You can let go of me now, right?
Sorry. Just want to make sure I can see how everything looks. Put on some highlights and then I will do highlight, blush, mascara. So I am going to use, I should have had this out already. Hold on. So I'm just going to use this fluffy brush. It's kind of cheek, face, whatever brush. So I'm going to use the Tantastic. Get a nice swatch.
You know, Lou, I've been thinking, what's better than one friend? A moose that can cook an omelet. No,
And I just go like that.
and that's what Hazel's going to get. Who's the sucker you talked into that? You.
Get under there, down here in the chin area.
Can we join you? This seat is taken. Okay, see you later.
Get the other side.
For a Denver omelet. Anyone seen a moose with a spatula? You know, Hazel, I just love arts and crafts. So how can I help you? Chop off your limbs so I can make a wind chime? I was thinking more like sewing beads in the pretty patterns. Look, just because Xander is off on a camping trip
So with the same brush, because it does have some of the glitter, not the glitter, but the highlight, I'm going to use, actually it's right here. I thought it was in the drawer, but I took it out. You want chips now? So I'm going to use the e.l.f. quad. I'm using this orange. I'm hitting pan. I love this color. I'm actually going to use this fluffy brush. This one's perfect for like getting the cheek. I mean, it's a cheek brush, but just kind of want to blend it in. See? Palette. Alright, so I'm going to do the other side and I'll be back. Alright, so I finished with my blush. And I just lined my lip with this Maybelline Nude Lippy in shade 20. So I just lined the lip, filled it in, and then I'm going to get a color and I'll be back. Alright guys, sorry, I just put it down. I'm using the color blur in the shade 05 Pink Insanity. So I just put it on top of the nude color I have. I just feel like it makes the color a bit more subtle. And then I'm using the Milani in, I think it's the Kohl pencil in purple. So I'm just like putting it underneath the bottom of my eye here. Just kind of smudging it. I'm not really going to get too intense at the bottom because I do want to do some darker browns, and I do want to use the darker shade that I used at the ends. So I'm just going to use the brush that I did the darker shade with. I'm just going to smoke it out like that.
Look at the giant claw marks on this tree.
Sorry.
To keep you optimistic again.
Remember, I need the beast alive. People won't pay to see roadkill.
I love this color.
The tracking device is beeping. Oh, but the beep doesn't say.
It is picking up the vibration.
So that's it with the eyes. I don't want to get too dramatic just because I already have the colors going on top. I do want to put on some falsies, so I'm going to do my mascara and then I'll do the falsies. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I think this is the finished look. I did the mascara. I did not do falsies. I ended up using this Push-Up Drama mascara that I got in my Target bag. I love this mascara. This is like the best mascara I've ever used in my life, I swear. Look at the lashes, how long they are. Like, I still haven't finished, but like getting the ones on the inside. But look how dramatically long. Like, I haven't zoomed in for you guys to see. The only complaint I have is that the wand is always wet with product, so I always end up getting, it's like I'm a newbie all of a sudden. I'm getting like mascara all over my face. And then of course, you know, if you get mascara on your face, you have to wait for it to dry before you can scrape it off. Because if you try to rub it off while it's still wet, it's gonna like mess up your makeup. So I want to zoom in because I want you guys to see this. Look how dramatic they are. They are so stunning. I love them. I love this mascara. It's my favorite. Alright, so this is the finished look. I'm still trying to blur out. Where did I just put it? Here it is, my spoolie. I'm trying to lighten up the beginning of my eyebrow. So it looks a little bit more natural. This is what I always do at the end. Just letting it kind of sit. That way they look a little bit more natural, right? So I think this is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. I hope it was enjoyable to do the get ready with me. I'm not always doing these because it's really hard with my son. There's a lot of intermissions. If you only knew how long it took me to actually do this, it's been an hour and a half because I had to stop, play with him, make him something to eat. Like there were so many pauses in between where I had to actually do other things. So I hope you guys liked this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was easy to understand. And let me know. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and let me know if you like this video or not. So if you want me to keep doing some of these, I would love to try some more looks. So I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.